But we have a very full flight today.
Yeah, I bought the tickets months ago.
When we first watched Why Did I Get Married, many of us felt the pain of Sheila. But years later, Jill Scott revealed something deeper, that the pain wasn't just acting, it was real. She wasn't warned, she wasn't protected, and she wasn't consenting to humiliation as a method. At Phatabulous, we're asking, why is plus size pain so often treated as acceptable collateral for authentic storytelling? Jill reminded us she is not a thing. She is multidimensional, soft, and strong, and so are we. Join the conversation because realism should never come at the cost of dignity.
I got you here. There you go. I pay for the gas.
I didn't like how much people will make fun of her.
No.
I didn't like that. I remember the scene on the plane. And man, the scene on the plane, Tyler had extras make fun of me when I got on the plane.
What?
They were just going back and forth making jokes about Sheila's weight. And obviously, I had on a whole fat suit and it was cumbersome. So the walk was genuine and the sitting down was genuine and all the things. And then I practiced in it quite a bit so that it felt genuine to the character. But the folks on the flight really went in on fat jokes. And it sucked.
Did you know they were
really
going to
hurt.
do
No, I
this?
did not.
That's like abusive
I did
a little
not.
bit. Like
I felt like it was. Sorry, Tyler. I hated that shit. But I sincerely hated it. They were just going at
does
me.
he know that? Did you after you say
I think I told him once or twice,
yeah.
that I remember that, and that's when I decided too that I come as a woman who comes from a family of Amazons. My mother is 6'1". I'm the runt of my family. Okay, everybody is tall. I decided that I am not fat, but I have some, and it made me feel better. And that's how I move through my life. Like you're not going to define me as a thing. I'm multicolored. I'm multidimensional. I'm soft. Like I said, I'm soft and I'm strong. I'm a whole human being out here.
What's up, everyone? My name is Candace Smith, and this is Phatabulous Magazine. There's a few things that I want to say about this interview that Jill Scott did with Angie Martinez. The first clip that I played, where she's talking about the Why Did I Get Married scene on the plane and how Tyler Perry had the extras to be mean to her so that it could feel authentic. I think that some parts of this interview for me personally was kind of cringy because of the way that Angie Martinez was framing the question. It's like she wanted her to talk about how strong she was, or maybe bring out some point about black women's strength and things like that. And I could feel and sense Jill wanting to resist that. She kept wanting to say, look, that character is not me. Yes, I was playing that character. But Angie brought it up like maybe once or twice, well, it was just you being that character and the strength that you have in me, the strengthness that you have inside of yourself. And I don't think Jill wanted to accept that. She was saying that she's more than a weakling, more than a strong person. She's multifaceted. At times, she can be weak and vulnerable. Even earlier in the interview, Angie was asking her how does she get through tough times. And Jill was like, I'm not this superwoman. I take baths, I talk to people, I go on long walks. I'm just like everybody else. But for some reason, Angie was trying to pull this magical, mystical thing out of Jill. And I'm glad that Jill was continuously standing her ground when it came to that, and also when it came to her weight. She doesn't have to have that be the defining thing about her. And that's exactly how I feel. I wanted to high five Jill when she was alluding to that, like, hey, I'm more than just my weight. Yes, she said I'm not fat, but I have some. And I love the way she said that. And I don't even know if Angie was able to grasp that right away. Yes, I have some fat, but that's not a label for me. And I love that because, I've had Phatabulous magazine since 2009, and I kind of walked into it with that attitude because everybody, my family included, people close to me, really associated that with me. And that's fine that people, will do those types of things. But I never took that on because I knew within myself there's more to me than this. So, after years of just having Phatabulous magazine, I ended up starting other magazines and doing other things because I'm like, no one is going to box me into this corner and make me feel like the only thing that I have to talk about is my weight when I run my mouth. I always have a lot to talk about. So I have other channels, Pasco Connect Magazine, Duval Connect Magazine, which are community-based magazines that I can speak on things that I'm really passionate about. I'm the editor of a magazine for Black women discussing money called Affluence. Financial Fitness for Women magazine is based out of Sacramento, California, with Dr. Anita Renee Johnson, who discusses finances and is a financial behaviorist. And so there are other things for us as Black women to talk about, and I do want to get into other parts of that interview in a later video. So stay tuned and share your thoughts.